culture. I cut my way out podcast. Tune us in. We on the grind like. I put the clippers in my hand. I got a whole different plan. I gotta see how this play out. Hoping that it pay out. Trying to cut my way out. Yeah, I put the clippers in my hand. I got a whole different plan. I gotta see how this play out. Hoping that it pay out. Trying to cut my way out. I used to dream as a kid on the porch of the crib and make it big and one day endorse where I live.
And welcome back to the I Cut My Way Out podcast. I am at Kenneth Jinx. I am the Scottie Pippen of the show. I am joined by the Michael Jordan of the show, the Batman of the show. And go and give them your addies.
All right. I'm Ashra Knox on Facebook. A_Knox the Barber, 4 on Instagram, and of course our joint page at I Cut My Way Out _pod. Man, today we have a very, very special guest. We've kind of been playing hit and miss. We got this brother on now. He's straight out of Memphis, #1 celebrity barber in Memphis, the likes of Penny Hardaway, Yo Gotti, Moneybag Yo, just to name a few. Just been following his page. He gets it in, slick with the clippers, and just the way he holds his Instagram page down, damn near look like a movie. Look like he live in a movie, man. So without further ado, we would like to interview straight from Memphis, the great barber, Chris Styles. Man, it's a privilege to have you, my brother.
Wow, that was a great introduction.
Yeah. Great to have you, man.
You know, Chris, I just want to. I'm the tech guy of the show, so we just got to keep it a buck. We had some problems with the Zoom, and right now I'm a little flustered, so I'm gonna try to have me a little woosah moment so we can just dive on in and just really give you your flowers. Matter of fact, I think I'll start following you first.
Absolutely.
And you know, my cousin lives outside of Memphis, so I was down there probably in 2019, and it was late, and I rode past the shop, and it was kind of like a surreal moment because it to just pass by it, even though it was closed, it was late. I was just like, okay, it was real life. It wasn't just Instagram, and so I stopped. I just kind of just looked and you know just took it all in. So just to be able to just chop it up with you, and I'm not a barber, and I say that every show. I know all the loyal listeners be like, we know, but you know, it's just good to have you on, and you know, I'm gonna do my part, get my woosah in while the two barbers, you know, chop it up and let's make this a great one.
All right, let's do it.
Sure.
So yeah,
Appreciate that, man.
Yes, sir. So I'm Ash, man. So I'm the barber that, you know, we were communicating, going back and forth. It's my buddy right here, Jinx, and he actually put me on to you. You know, we're on Instagram all the time, just checking out all kind of barbers, dope barbers. And we got the show going about 7-8 months ago, and he tapped in, put me on to you, man. And I've just been following your work and how you're getting down ever since. So, man, I want to jump right into it, man. As I watch your page, you know, man, just want to learn a little bit more about your background, your upbringing, and just who you were before, you know, you became a celebrity barber.
Oh, Chris, my name.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I'm just a project baby born in Memphis.
That's what's up.
Trying to find a way out, you know?
That's what's up. That's what's up. So you born and raised, what area in Memphis? You know, did you grow up sports? What did you grow up doing? When did you grab, at what point did you grab the Clippers?
I think I was like 14 or 15.
Okay.
14 was when I did my first experience.
Okay.
So it didn't turn out, it turned out good to be the first time.
Really, I was about to say who was the victim, because most of us have victims
Yeah,
our first time.
It was a guy, it was another one of my friends that grew up with me in the hood,
Okay.
had let me try it. So I had tried and it turned out really good.
Okay. Okay. So what area of Memphis are you from?
North Memphis.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I'm from North Memphis, from Ridgecrest Apartments.
Okay. That's what's up. Okay. So
Yeah.
once you started cutting, so at about 14 you cutting. So is it something you did through high school and made money, or when did you really tap in?
Well, I actually played basketball from 7th grade until the 12th grade.
Okay.
So I used to go to me and Yo Gotti and Jug and a couple of my other brothers. We used to all go to the barbershop together.
Okay.
And I just found that I can draw real good. I could draw. So I found it really amazing to see my barber at the time, our barber at the time, transform a person from nothing to something. It was like art, like
absolutely
me seeing him slide the razor, seeing him make the blend. It was an amazing sight for me.
Right.
So when I saw that, I instantly wanted to try it.
Okay.
So I tried and it turned out well. So I think I was about 14 to 15, and that's what really got me started. I really didn't plan this.
Okay.
I was trying to go to school to play basketball or something like that. I just couldn't I just cut a couple of heads every now and then.
Okay.
And I guess when I got to like 17, I started to cut several people.
Okay.
And I started getting familiar with it. Okay. And I started to cut at this. I used to go to the gym to when I was like 17 to 18. I would go to the gym and play basketball at the community center.
Okay.
And I cut a design in somebody's head, and it just went crazy. I went from going to the gym to playing to actually going to the gym to set up in the bathroom to cut hair off.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, so I was at the Ed Rice Community Center. I was like 17 to 18. I was about to graduate high school.
Okay.
And everybody, it was like a plague, it was like how COVID hit. It was like one person in less than a month's time. I had went from playing basketball to just going in the gym and going in the bathroom. And I had I never forget, I had the garbage cans, the rascal shoes, the silver ones.
Yeah.
Right. They had the top on it.
Right.
But the top had a handle on it.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
So I was using that as my chair. But it was so uncomfortable for them because we couldn't get around the top part of the trash can. And I mean, I would be there from noon until like the gym closed at like 8:30 or 9. I would leave probably like the dude that was over the gym, rest in peace to him. He came in and he was like, I like what you're doing. And you're doing a great service for the community. And you don't have to pay me anything. Whenever you want to come in, you just come in and just do what you're doing in the bathroom.
Wow.
So I did it every single day, and I was charging like $5,
Okay.
$3.
Right.
I would leave at the end of the day. I would leave with like $98 on a good day, $125.
Right.
You know, so I just kept going and things just happened.
Right. So about what year? Around what year?
I would say 92.
Okay.
91, 92, 93 up in those. You're not from 92 to 95 or 96 or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering because them $3, them $5, that was around that time period. Yes, sir.
Yeah. And you know, I thought that was good. I could go to the Marshalls or something, give me a little outfit to wear out with my partners and stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, it was good for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was a good time.
And we're hoop heads as well.
Yeah,
a lot of the barbers that we interview always had those. You know, they was hoopers first. What high school did you go to?
I went to Tresman High School. It's in North Memphis.
You said Treadwell?
No, Tresman.
Okay, is that private?
It's called Tresman.
Okay,
with a Z.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. My uncle, and I've only been to Memphis once, but one of my great uncles was a longtime coach at one of the high schools, last name Peacock, coached for a long period of time in Memphis.
Oh, what school was it?
You know what? I when I find out, I hit one of my uncles, and I'll text it to you later on. He coached, man, for about 20 years.
Yeah. Oh, he coached about 20 years?
He coached about 20 years in Memphis, yeah.
I would love to know his school name.
Okay. I definitely I'm gonna hit you with it.
Okay.
Yeah. So once you start cutting, did you end up going to barber school once you kept cutting at the community center and you realized that, you know, it was putting some money in your pockets? Did you still were you still undecided, or at this time you knew like this kind of what I want to do?
Well, I instantly went on and enrolled, and once I realized that I didn't once I didn't go to school for sports, I instantly enrolled in the school.
Okay.
So it was kind of difficult because when I enrolled in the school, I had so many people that I was cutting. So it was kind of difficult to go to school for 8 hours out of a day and still maintain the money structure.
Right. So when you talk about school, barber school?
Yeah, barber school.
Okay.
Yeah. So I instantly went in and enrolled as a full-time student.
That's what's up.
So I was going to school like 8 hours out of a day for 5 days a week.
Okay.
So it was kind of difficult because I had so many clients, so many people. My name was ringing without even having any license.
Right.
So I went to school, and I go to school for like 3 months, and then I take leave for another 3 months, then I come back a month, and I take another leave for 3. Right. It took me like 4 years to finish school.
That money will get to you.
Yeah, it will. It will. I teach my kids. That right now today, I don't like for them to make. I don't like for them to get adjusted to making money at a young age, because once you see those dollars, school don't count anymore.
Absolutely.
You know, the sacrifice is really not worth it to them no more at a young age. So I try to hide that from them. Social media has destroyed that.
Ooh, for real.
That's a really
For real.
good point.
Yeah.
You know, just
Real.
with the left, with the streets, not only, you know, positive, it can go negative too when you start making money. That's a good point.
Yeah.
So
Because even though you as a kid you thinking positive to make the money, you're still not thinking of the sacrifice to make that you have to make to get to the level, because you see everything right then, so you want it right now.
absolutely.
You know, so it has its ups and downs. It's good and it's bad too.
Right. No doubt. So during that 4-year stretch, were you actually in a shop?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to my first shop. They actually, it was like in Memphis, it was like a NBA draft. It was like shops owners was trying to find me. They were like, who is this guy? Who is this guy? We want him to come work in this shop. We want him to come work in my shop. So I had like 8 or 9 shops that I could like decide. They didn't care if I had license or anything.
Wow.
Like, we want you in the shop. We want you working. So I was like, oh, I can go up to $10.
Right.
I can go up now.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was like, okay. So I started working in this shop. It's called Vic and Ray's.
Okay.
And the lady that owned the shop, she's deceased.
Okay.
And she gave me my first, I want to say my first professional opportunity.
That's what's up.
In the game, and I went and I started and I took another leave.
Okay.
Took another leave of absence. So I took another leave of absence. I think at that time I had like 780 hours.
Right.
So you need 1,500 to graduate.
Right.
So I was like, look, they gotta hold on.
Right.
I was able to make money. I was able to buy a car. I was able to do a lot more things. So school was on the back burner. The owner wasn't pressing me.
Okay.
So I just continued on to do what I was doing.
Okay. Now I'm curious. So coming from the hood, right? Was there ever a time that the streets were pulling, you know, kind of a tug of war, or was it always a good situation that you were able to cut hair and make money? Because I know, you know, we come from the hood. We, you know, you watch your buddies and, you know, get to the streets and get that fast money, you know, but most of them don't have a trade that they can make money. So was it ever a time that, you know, you straddled the line, or was you always able to just count on that cut?
Yeah, I was kind of like, sometimes I would straddle the line. Like my friends like Juke, Gotti, and Harold, and some of my friends that we grew up with, they was young, and they were, you know, they were having cars. They were getting cars painted. They was putting rims on cars.
Right.
So, you know, they were telling me, man, you moving too slow. You moving too slow. Here, do this, do that, do this. You know, so I would jiggle back and forth. But what really changed me was like my 2 best friends. They got locked. They got incarcerated. They got caught.
Okay.
And one of them received 7 years, and one of them received like 6 or 7 years too. So they kind of like told me this not what I want to do.
No doubt.
So it kind of like helped me make up my mind. So in the they helped change my mindset,
right,
by their mistakes.
Right.
You know, so you know, I did what I had to do, you know.
No doubt. Now, as a young barber in your first shop, what was one of the most valuable lessons you learned early on?
One of my most valuable lessons I learned early on was I needed license.
You know, I'm the guy that was going to ask. I was going to ask that question. You know, is license really?
Look at him, he's laughing. You know,
I'm laughing, man. And me, man, my son is a barber. And
yeah,
me and my wife, we sent him to school, and he cut with me, man. But you know, we done went through knockdown and drag outs, man. For real. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that was a valuable. That was one of the most valuable lessons that I learned, is that I couldn't continue without the sacrifice of the school to get my license.
Absolutely.
And can you please just elaborate as to why you need a license? What happened?
I needed license. I needed license because, you know, it's a state requirement, and also I couldn't grow because I didn't have, we didn't have back then, we didn't have the tools to skip steps. Like social media helps you skip steps of professionalism, because you can betray a professional image and not have all of the professional tools. So back then, you couldn't do that. You just had to go in there and grind and take a chance on state board or anybody that's coming in there, and that shop getting fined and you getting fined and not having the opportunity to get paperwork then.
Absolutely.
So that was crazy. You know, I had one incident, like I had stopped. I said, okay, I'm gonna go back to school, because the state board people came in and they never caught me.
Okay.
But I escaped. I said, I'm going back to school. I'm not gonna let this stop me.
Right.
So I went back to school and I said, I'm gonna finish. And I went back to school and I would work, and I moved that from that shop to another shop.
Okay.
So I was working in that shop, but I would go to work every day after 4 p.m. So I would go to work after 4 p.m. after the state board people would close. I would work from 4 to like 2 in the morning on a Tuesday.
Wow.
4 to like 1:30 on a Wednesday. 4 to like 3 on a Thursday. Wow. 4 to 4 on a Friday.
Right.
You know, it was just, it was so much. And I'll never forget, I finally had finished school and I had got my license. And I was in the shop cutting, and the state board guy came in. And he said, oh, he called my license. He was like, so you finally got your license.
So they knew you didn't have them because of the name. That's crazy.
They knew I didn't. Yeah, he knew I didn't have, but he didn't know how I looked, or he didn't know. He just knew my name. He didn't know how I looked, because sometimes he would come in and I would just break down and sit down like I'm a client. So he couldn't never put, long as you're not behind the chair, he can't do anything.
Right.
So I would sit, break down, make it like nothing there, and I would sit down, and he would come in and look. He'd ask the owner, is anybody working back there? She'd be like, no, nobody working back there. I'll go back there time and time and cut his when I get ready. That's what she would say. But when I finally got my license and I sat there, and he came in and he said, so you finally got your license. Right. Guess what I came back and told him?
What?
So I finally get to meet the person I've been running from all these years.
Man, in our game, it's almost like hustlers running from the feds.
I promise, man. I was like, I was so happy. Like, you pulling me over, I got driver's license.
Right. That's what's up.
Yeah, that's a great segment right here.
Hey, that's what's up. So watching your Instagram and watching you do your thing, one of the things that jumped out to me was the name of the salon. Yeah. And I also see that, you know, you cut Penny, and I've seen that there's some affiliation. So can you expound on that? Are you guys business partners, or how what's the relationship as far as you and the great Penny Hardaway?
Well, me and Penny is like, we like family, like he like my brother. Like
Okay.
my daughters, they call him Uncle Penny. You know what I mean? They
Okay.
you know, so my daughter's graduations and anything that I have to do with, he's there.
Okay.
Birthday parties, he's like my brother, like he's like family, he's my client. That's how our relationship began.
Okay.
But it evolved into something bigger than business with me and him.
That's what's up.
I'm gratefully appreciative of that, man.
That's what's up. I see you
repping my life.
I see you repping the Memphis t-shirt. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got to do that.
Yes, sir.
That's part of my job also.
Okay, that's what's up.
So I have to I take care of the team. So
really?
I have a location in the gym.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's what's up. Wow.
I have a location in the gym, and I have a location inside of his house. So I have like 3 locations where I normally cut, but I basically cut the boys. That's what I do, man. I just spread it all around.
Wow. So did the relationship start? Did he hear about you and how good you were with the Clippers, and so he became a client? Is that kind of how he heard about you?
How he heard about me, he one of his chef son was getting his haircut by one of my barbers that worked for me.
Okay.
Back in the time when I was working, I had my own shop, my first shop I had in the hood. So one of my barbers who I trained and taught was cutting his chef hair. So one day, Penny started to come back to Memphis from Miami a lot to do some stuff for the community. So he was needing a barber in Memphis. Okay. So the guy turned him on to my barber, to the barber who I trained. So Penny would come up to the shop every now and then and get his hair cut by him. Okay. So I would walk over and I would talk to him, and while he was in the chair, and he would ask me ask me things about Gotti and ask me things about Zach Randolph and OJ Mayo and a lot of clientele that I was doing then.
Okay.
So we would just have sort of like rich talk,
right?
Because when you talk to people like that, you have to talk another level of the conversation. Has to be another level. Absolutely. To be in the room, or they'll blank you out. So you have to kind of I was just talking to him, and then one day the barber went out of town, and Penny had something he had to do in Memphis, and he needed a haircut. So he called me. Okay. And he was like, "Chris, I want you to, can you come and cut my hair?" And I was like, I don't know. Right. I don't know about that. And he was like, "Well, I just tell Maurice that you're gonna come and it'll be okay." You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "All right, okay, where you at?" So he sent me location. I went and cut him.
Okay.
When I got through cutting him, he was like, "Man, nobody never cut my hair like this. Maurice don't cut." He said he don't cut my hair like this. I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Of course he's not gonna cut it like that because I taught him how to cut. He's not gonna cut as good as me, right? But he's fired." Right. He was like, "Man, I deal with bosses. You the boss, I'm the boss. I want you to cut my hair from now." So I was like, "Oh shit." He said, "I'm gonna call and let him know that I'm gonna change so it won't be no hard feelings between you and him." I said, "That's not gonna work. Right. It don't matter what you say. Right. He's not gonna take it well. Right. So we ended up doing it, and my other barber, he ended up didn't want to cut hair no more anyway. He started doing some other goofy shit. He started, doing something else. So me and him departed, and I started cutting Penny. That's how it started.
Wow.
Ever since then, that's been 17. I want to say 17 years ago.
Wow. Ooh. And he always
18,
done. And he always done kept a fire. Penny always done kept a fire cut. Always. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah. He liked to get his hair cut 3 times a week.
Man.
Yeah, I cut his hair Monday, Wednesday, and Saturdays.
He ain't trying to have no loose hairs, huh?
So you can just imagine. Yeah, he don't like any hair on his face because he takes so many pictures. He like I cut celebrities, but I had never cut a superstar.
Okay.
Like he is a superstar.
Right.
Absolutely. So their mentality is different from just a regular celebrity. He's like a Michael Jordan, a LeBron James. So he's like, everything has got to be on point consistently.
Right.
Because he got to look good for media when he leave out the house.
Right.
So I didn't have no problem with doing it.
Right. All right.
Just one last, I don't know if you had any more questions about Penny, but I'd just like to know, what does Penny mean to Memphis?
Oh man, he means a lot, man. Man, it's like, the community just embrace him so much. He take care of like 10 to 15 families in Memphis. I'm not talking about people. I'm not talking about an individual person. I'm talking about families.
Wow.
His budget can range crazy.
Right.
I've seen some of the craziest things. Like, for example, me and him was at the house one night, and his chef gave him a check. He said, "Some came in the mail today. Here, this for you." So he was like, he saw it was from Nike, and he told me, we sat at the table eating, and he said, "Chris, open that letter up. See what it is." I opened it up. I had never in my life seen that many zeros on the check. I think the check was like 1.3 million. You know what I'm saying? I think he had got, it was like in October or September or something like that. I was like, man, I said, I ain't never seen this man. I didn't ask for any of it.
Right.
But that's part of the game.
Right.
I'm like, wow, this is real motivation. Like, he like, yeah, man, I'm glad it came. It came just in time. I was like, what you mean? He was like, this is my Christmas money. This is my money that I spent on the families for Christmas.
Wow.
I was like, man, I was thinking I used to think I was doing something by I could probably like about 10, 15 people free a week.
Right.
I thought I was doing something.
Right.
But I'm like, this man giving away 1.3 million for Christmas.
Wow.
What he mean to Memphis is I can't even explain it. I can't, I get so many people that come around and just want to come in and look at the shop.
Right.
They're so amazed.
Right.
I'm in Memphis, and where I'm located at, you wouldn't believe this, but I'm the only Black owner within a 10-mile ratio of the area that I'm in.
Wow.
It's a nice little business district, if I recall correctly, too. So
that's what's up.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Nice little business. A nice little business for the other side.
Right.
But they didn't. But we had pressed them where they couldn't do nothing but let me get the building. But like But you know how that go. After about 2 years, I have customers pulling up in Rolls Royces and Ferraris and Phantoms and all these different exotic Bentleys and stuff like that in front of the building. Now they're my friends now, you know. But I don't be tripping on it though. I ain't forgot though. I ain't forgot.
No doubt. Congratulations. That's what's up.
Yeah, well, this the black.
I pump life in this. I pump life back then.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Again,
I brought our culture to. I brought our culture to made it more diverse in the city. You know.
That's what's up.
And it was big.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's big. That's super. That's what's up.
Super. Yeah.
It's the I Cut My Way Out
Still
podcast.
Amazing.
Oh, my fault. We're joined by Chris Styles, Celebrity Salon 500. Amazing stories about how he cut his way out.
Yeah.
Everywhere where you can listen to podcasts. Just a segue, man. Go,
man.
Yeah,
so I got a few more questions for you, man. As a barber, man, I always find it amazing and motivating, man, just to hear stories, and that's kind of the whole just the whole story behind the whole podcast. I cut my way out, and you're a prime example of it. You know, you started out and said, give me your upbringing. I'm a project baby, and you done made your way out, and that's big, man. So man, kudos to you, bro, straight up. So outside of Penny, man, we noticed you cut a lot of celebrities' hair. You've mentioned Yo Gotti quite a few times, just about the growing up. Tell us, just kind of some of your celebrity client list, and just some of the relationship.
Well, like with Yo Gotti, he's like his mom is my godmom. So me and his big brother Juk is like best friend. We're like real close.
Okay.
So we was like 5, 6 years old. Me and Juk been around each other. Mario wasn't even born.
Okay.
My grandma and their mom was really close. So she made her my godmom. So I was like 5 or 6 years old. So, as we went from going to the barbershop together to let's just try. You want to cut? Let's see if you can cut.
All right.
To me cutting them, and all of a sudden Gotti was like, he want to rap. Mm-hmm. So, I was like, man, you crazy. You think you gonna make it in rap? Man, you better go keep working at the country club and try to go to school or something. Right. But he stuck to it. And I tell him right now today, I was one of his biggest critics. Like, I never thought it would be evolved into what it has evolved in. Right. And on that side of CMG, it's like that's like my family. It's like, that's where my heart is really, like, it's like my brothers. For real.
That's what's up.
And because we was doing this before all of this, it kind of like chained off of him. Because once he started to make it, and I remember when he started to make it, he used to do features with a lot of people.
Okay.
So the people would come to Memphis and do concerts, and he would get features. So he would say, look, man, y'all can let my barber cut you. Like I cut Gucci Mane, and I cut Pleasure P, and I cut so many entertainers, T.I., and so many entertainers. Right. And I never forget, we finally dropped a song. The song was called 5 Star Bitch.
Okay.
Right? So we had put Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj was just coming out, and we put Nicki Minaj on the remix.
Okay.
The song blew up so big, so he had to do 106 in Park.
Okay.
So I had to fly to 106. At this time, I'm not a celebrity. I'm just cutting. This just my client. This is my brother. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I had to fly to 106 in Park, and I cut his hair for 106 in Park.
Okay.
And the video came out. Man, it was over then. People was, man, it was, oh my God. People was coming from everywhere talking about they want their hair like his, and
I was
they
just
want
getting ready
this
to say,
fade. They want the God. They had named the Gotti fade and everything. I was like,
Yeah.
how y'all gonna name my fade after him? You know what I mean? He told me he had there tell me I want percentage off. Anybody come get the Gotti fade, I want 5%. I said, man, you crazy. That ain't your fade. I created that fade.
Right.
You are good in a sense that the questions, I'll be thinking of questions to ask as you telling the story, and then you'll just kind of, I was just getting ready to ask you about Gotti's fade and is that the Memphis signature look, but you just said that's my fade, you know. Okay.
Yeah, that's the Memphis signature fade. It's a ball fade. That's what we wear down here a lot.
Yeah.
Ball fade, not too high, not too low,
right.
Mid range where it can show the blend, show the work, you know. And it took off. Like I was saying that it was no enhancements, it was no Instagram, it was no it was nothing like that where you know, Photoshop. It was just all raw talent. Right. You know, you turn on 106 & Park. He was on 106 & Park for about a month. In the top 10 slots, that was free advertising for me.
Right.
You know, but I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't do nothing with the footage. Like if this was going on now,
right?
Oh my God!
Right. So it'd be crazy, huh?
It'd be crazy. Yep. So that's how it came about.
Okay. So then another client that we both, me and my partner done followed, Zach Randolph. Again, we've been big hoop fans. I hooped in high school as well.
He's about 4 hours from where we're at, Marion, Indiana. So about 4 hours.
Yeah.
So you know,
I came up there. I came up there a couple times to Chicago to the stadium to watch him play.
Okay.
Hold on one second. Yeah, I came up there and watched him play a couple times at Chicago Stadium. But
I've
been cutting Zach for like 21 years.
Wow, you've been at it. And I noticed, man, it seems like, you know, you have a really strong personal relationship with a lot of your clients. And I think that speaks volumes, you know, even though we haven't met you, speaks volumes of your character. Because, you know, everybody, especially of that status, everybody ain't gonna allow you to rock with them. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, I think that there was, you know, I always tell my barbers and I tell barbers that has worked for me in that situation where I tell them, like, and this for any barber that's listening, the haircut, it only makes up like 47% of the regular of you getting the regular custom. The other 60 to 58% is personality, is character, is who you are, and that's what gets you your clients. Not withholding who you are. Not, you know, give them all that you have.
That's right.
You know, even if it don't require an explanation, give it to them.
Right.
What do you have to lose?
Right.
You know, so, you know, people have a tendency to see me like having my kids, having my wife, and having these people around me consistently and not doing stupid things and just being there for them. Right. You know, conversation, checking, man, how was your game last night?
Right.
Not talking about haircut.
Right.
Not talking about money. You know what I mean?
Right.
No need to talk to money when it's money there.
Right.
Why do we have to talk about money and we just money here?
Right.
Like that's not the topic. That's, you know what I mean? Right. So, you know, the person have to realize, like, when Gotti said that he wanted to become a rapper, he was 15, 16 years old. Right. I stopped charging him money, period, because my little brother wanted to pursue a dream.
Right.
I cut his hair 15 years free.
Right.
No money. Free. I'm going to the set, going to do everything until everything happened to him. Now I get paid contract. I get paid contract.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but I'm just saying, look at the sacrifice that I made. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know,
it's the loyalty.
And the loyalty. Exactly.
Yeah.
And the loyalty. I stand with it. I stand with him. I stand with Penny. I stand with Zach. I stand with my people. I don't go outside. If you're an enemy of his, you're an enemy of mine. Yeah. I don't go outside the circle that's being built. You know, it ain't no in between.
Right.
It's either there or here.
And
that's just
and
yeah, go ahead.
For me, one of the haircuts, all your haircuts that I've seen, super fire. But one of the things that resonated with me the most was how much you shout out your circle, your wife, your kids, and your bros. You know what I'm saying? And you always speak about family. And I'm a firm believer that it takes a team to build an empire. And you want the people closest to you that you love to be part of that. You know what I mean? Exactly. So that's big to me, man. I love how you shout them all out, how they're on your Instagram, even more than your haircuts. It's like, man, this is my team, and I'm rocking with them, and this is what we do, and we gonna blow it up, us. You know what I'm saying? How just with your rise and as a barber, how have you been able to balance that time? As far as family, wife, the kids, and creating that success. Because we got that responsibility as fathers and husbands, taking care of our families. Has it been difficult to balance?
In the beginning, so it was difficult for me in the beginning when Gotti started to take off. When Gotti started to take off, then Zebo called, and I started cutting him. So he was playing for Portland Trail Blazers. So Gotti was living in Atlanta. So I would fly to Portland, cut Zebo, fly back home. The next day I would fly to Atlanta. The day after that I would fly back home. So it was kind of difficult then but when I landed, if it was something going on, whenever I'm in Memphis, I'm waking up in the morning, I'm driving my kids to school. Whenever I'm picking them up I'm taking them to school. I'm picking them up from school. Right. I'm taking them to practices or whatever. I'm sitting there with them in practices. When I get off from the shop, I go home. Me and my family, we probably go out to eat or some things like that. So it got kind of difficult when I acquired Penny. So when Penny was living in Miami, so now I had to do 3 states a week. So I would fly to Portland. I would catch a red eye, fly from Portland to Atlanta, stay in Atlanta a day, fly back home for a day or two, then fly to Miami. I was doing this once a week, every week.
For how long?
I did this for 7 years.
Wow. Wow.
7 years.
Wow. Yeah. I got a question. I might just I don't know how you're doing on time. I hope just let us know if we got to wrap up soon. But I just want to.
I'm good. I'm off today.
Okay.
I got a free day today.
Okay. I might just start firing off a few questions. So did it, like you said, you catching flights, servicing your clients. Did it ever cross your mind that maybe Memphis wasn't the headquarters anymore, that maybe the headquarters should be somewhere else? Or was it always going to be Memphis is where my headquarters is at? That's where, I was going to be.
Well, one thing about it, I never thought that Memphis wasn't going to be the headquarters. I thought about several times of opening shops in other states, but I always felt like Memphis was my foundation Because even with me flying those days, I still have 45 to 50 clients that I had to cut a week. I probably would come in when I fly in, drop my kids off, and I probably have to leave the next day. But when I fly in, drop my kids off from school, I come to work, I'm gonna do 10, 15 heads in one day. I fly back out the next day, then the next day I'm off, I come back, I do another 10 to 15 heads. Fly out again and come back and do another 15 to 20 heads. So my foundation was here because I always understood that at any time, when you're a person like those people, you could find a barber easy. Yeah. I could do one thing and it would cut that off.
Right.
Now, if I put all my stuff on the line for them and just leave me, it minimizes my growth.
Absolutely.
And it minimizes my power. Because by me having a foundation, you have power. Yeah. You have worth. So when you're telling them, look, I got to go back, they have to understand and respect it.
Right.
Value your time as well. Exactly.
Exactly. And I'm not asking for more favors than what you pay me.
Right.
I'm not asking, man, look, $1,000 not enough. I need $2,000.
Right.
Man, $1,500 and some shopping, that ain't enough, bro. I need some more money, bro. My life's gonna get cut off. I need $500. I don't do none of that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
right.
That's why I never even now, like now I kind of want to open up another shop, but I'm trying to see how this stuff is, how the game playing out, because right now it's looking like the industry is kind of not going to require license. So if it's not going to require a license like that, to me, that's what it's looking like it's coming to, because they can't stop it. If you got kids that has a lot of following, they can post pictures all day and get clients. You know what I mean? Yeah. I see guys all day long. They don't have any license. They got a large fan base on Instagram or a large fan base on Facebook. They post pictures all day. They don't have to tell you they don't have license. Right. They just tell you what do you want? Okay, your appointment is this time. If he's cutting hair at his home, he said, appointment, you come in and leave back out. Right. So I'm just trying to see where the game is going before I expand what I'm doing. That's why a lot of people they're getting suites. They're buying stylists and barbers. They're buying suites. Right. So it's just them in the room. Right. So they're renting suites because they don't have any license.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. So it's just that's how I feel. Like if I did expand, I was thinking of LA. Like I have some locations that I've been looking at in LA.
Okay.
But I don't know if I want to go so far.
Okay.
But it's just patient. I just let it come to me. I just let God come to me. I wake up one day and God might put on my mind to really do it. Then I'll just follow that step.
Right.
But right now I'm just going with the path he put in front of me. I'm just trying to take it from what I'm trying to do, my brother's I'm trying to make it change the game for other barbers, where their clients, where they can understand, look, $100 is no money for a haircut. That's where I'm coming from with $1,000 for a haircut or $500 a day. I post that bag, put money bag, put that in his song. I'm doing this for us, like me and you.
Right.
So when the guy get up out the chair and you tell him, man, it's gonna be $75, you're gonna pay it with no problem, because he knows that's a deal.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's what I do it for. Because guys will pay for their girls to go get their hair fixed, and that should be like $300-$400, bro. And she gonna go get it done again the next week after that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. So how did you get that girl?
Right.
You got that girl because of me.
Right.
I made you look good to pull her.
Yes, sir.
Why I got to take $20 and $25, bro? Right. No, it's not gonna work like that. Right. Know your worth.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Valuable. So you got.
Yeah, and I hate that I'm just bouncing around, but just getting back to your relationship with Penny, when he got the job in Memphis, and knowing that you all probably had a previous relationship, did him being a college coach and so-called coaching amateurs, did anything change in your business relationship because he had to adhere to NCAA rules? And I ask that because I see what happened with the James Wiseman and how that just kind of, how they messed with him, and like you said, Penny take care of all these families. So has him being a coach in Memphis and just having to deal with the NCAA, has that impacted any of y'all dealings, from a business standpoint?
It hasn't impacted me. Me and him has a personal relationship. It has nothing to do with where he goes or what he does. Right. Me and his relationship is going to be the same. Whatever he asks of me, I'm there for him. So it's messed up that I'm happy that the NCAA can start getting money now. Right. Because I really do it for him. Right. The kids, when the kids want to come to Memphis, they want a Chris Styles haircut. Mm. That's when they getting recruited, they want to see me. Right. They like the Jalen Greens and all these players, when they come to Memphis, they want to see me. Mm. They want to see when they talk to Penny and Penny recruiting them, they be like, man, can I get a haircut by Chris Styles? You get what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's why I asked the question.
I'm part of that. Yeah, I'm part of that movement. What's up? But the NCAA is so, they don't they have to pay me for haircuts. Like we can't provide it for them for free. It's against NCAA policies. Right. Because it's if they have to give me $5, they have to pay. Right. It's a violation. Right. So now I'm just happy that but me and his relationship don't have nothing to do with the NCAA. Period. Right. But the NCAA will make it like me and him have a business going. Like they tried to do me. That's where when you saw James Wiseman all on the TV and ESPN, and he was taking the picture with Moneybag Yo and Zebo on the picture. Right. They came for us about that picture. Mm. Yeah, I woke up the next morning and saw it on ESPN, and I'm the one that took Moneybag and Zebo to his house. Mm. Because the kid was like, he wanted to come to Memphis. Mm. So I'm like, well, look, I'm gonna take them over there and let them congratulate him and welcome him to the city and let him know that he's welcome. So we pulled up in the hood and Phantoms and Range, and went in there and talked to the kid, and he wanted a picture. He was like, I want to take a picture. Yeah. So he took a picture and posted on Instagram and went viral. Mm. So the NCAA was like, what's his name? Stephen A. Smith. He was like, man, everybody know Penny Hardaway is using this as a recruiting tool. Mm. But it wasn't him. He didn't ask me to do that. Right. I did that. Right. For me. Right. Like James Wiseman, he gets his haircut by one of the barbers that I trained. Mm. I gave James Wiseman to him. Like when James Wiseman came to Memphis, they wanted me to cut his hair. Mm. I didn't do it. I told him, no, I got a barber that's going to do it. He's going to make sure that he's right. He's going to be professional. And he's going to come and do what he needs to do. Right now today, he cuts James Wiseman hair. He goes to San Francisco, Oakland. He just got back from Oakland a couple weeks ago. Mm. But those are the things that I do people don't see. Right. They don't see that. I could have easily took that. Right. You know what I mean? Right. I could have easily been like, okay, I know he's gonna be the number one player in the nation. I need him to cut. I need to be cutting him. Right. But I didn't do that because I knew that it would help making the team stronger. Is the focal point. Right. Right. You can't greed. You get greedy and you fall.
Absolutely. So with all this, man, all these opportunities, man, and these God gifts, that you have received through God blessing you with your hands. Did you, when you first started cutting, ma'am, for them $3 cuts, them $5 cuts, did you ever in your wildest dreams imagine that cutting hair could provide the life that you have today?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I took it, you know, my motto was make the haircut better than I did the last time.
Right.
That was my mind frame from the beginning.
Right.
Like every time you sit in the chair, I just want to try to make the haircut better than I did last time. That's all. I didn't think about celebrity bar. I didn't name myself the celebrity barber. The people did that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
right.
Only thing I was trying to do was make sure that Gotti haircut looked better than it did the week before.
Right.
Make sure that my regular customer, his haircut looked better than it did the week before. Right. That was that was all I cared about. That's now all the other stuff that happened, it just happened.
Right.
I just moved along with the pieces.
Right.
But that was my mind frame.
That's what's up.
And even now, I'm still in an unselfish mind frame. Right now, I'm like, I'm good. I don't have to work at this shop, but I do it for the culture. I do it for these young barbers that's trying. I lead by example and show them that it can be done. So I make sacrifices and have this big shop going and take on all the stress and all of that to help build up something different, you know? And I think that's what it's about. You know, that's what I do every night I go home. I think of a way that I can make this business bigger and make my barbers bigger than what they are. I go to sleep thinking about it. I wake up thinking about it.
That's what's up.
How can I make Smooth better? How can I, what type of marketing strategy can I give him? What type of knowledge can I give him to make him better, to increase his prices, to increase his business? That's how I think.
That's what's up.
Because I'm good.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I'm good, man. You know, I'm blessed, man. You know, I got it all.
That's
you
what's
know,
up.
I can just go home and fly out of town, Rolling Loud,
right.
Coachella,
right.
ESPN, Nike commercials. I can do that and just be straight.
That's what's up.
But it's a you know, I think God got a bigger plan for me, so I take it in stride. I take it, you know, I love it.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
This might be like a little fanboy question as a client, but is it typical, like when you do have the high profile customers, and you mentioned about how the exotic cars are just pull up at all time of day, so is it a situation where you might be cutting, you know, some of your random, I don't even like to use the word random, but just regular customers, and then, you know, Gotti pull up? So is it one of those things to where Gotti appointment is at 5 o'clock and a regular customer is at 4:30, and then that regular customer see Gotti? Or is it to the point where Gotti got to be kind of where your high profile clients probably need to have that time to where it's just maybe you and him, and they not in the general office barber hours? Can you kind of just explain, you know, how you regulate cutting your regular customers, or do they overlap?
They have a tendency to overlap, you know, but my clientele is kind of like it's built around, whereas that I don't take appointments. You know, I've been trying right now to kind of like insinuate an appointment list. It's kind of difficult. It's kind of difficult for a person like me to take appointments. For instance, last Monday, we got this new artist, ESTG, coming out, and he was doing a promo run with him. So I had to fly to New York. I'm just making an example why I don't take appointments. And I had to fly to New York. So I flew from Memphis to Atlanta, but my flight was delayed on the runway in Memphis. So it made me miss my connecting flight to New York. And it was like 9 o'clock, 9:30 p.m. So I had to make them fly me back home on the last flight out. But then God wanted me to turn right back around and leave Tuesday. So in other words, if I'd had appointments set up for Tuesday, like as the schedule really was supposed to go, everything would have crashed.
Right.
So that's why I don't take appointments. I just make my high profile people, they pay for my time.
Okay.
I get compensated for not taking appointments.
Okay.
I get compensated for if I need to leave right now, I'm getting compensated for it.
Right.
And if I have regular clients that's been around me, if they have a problem with it, they wasn't my clients no way. Because it's no way that if you're a client and I'm charging you $100 or $60 and somebody's calling to spend $500 or $1,000, that you get an attitude,
right?
Because I can't cut you and I have 8 barbers in here.
Right.
I can't do it this time, sir.
Right.
I can put you in the chair with one of my best guys.
Right.
I have to go.
Right.
So I look at it like that. It's not a win-win situation. In that situation, it's lose-lose regardless.
Right.
But it's the game.
Right. Right.
They don't like it.
Right.
Ain't nothing I can do with it. Ain't nothing I can do about that.
Right.
Because I'm going to get the stack.
Gotta get it. Gotta get it.
Yeah, I'm going to get the stack.
Gotta get it.
At the end of the day, I know I'm working now.
Yeah.
And then I got a good heart, but I know what DMX saying in Belly. Shorty can't eat no book.
Yeah, books don't right. Shorty can't eat no book, right?
Shorty can't eat no book. You gotta buy him.
So how many hours would you say you average in the shop a week?
Let me see.
With all the other stuff that you have going on.
Probably 35 to 40 hours.
In the shop. So how does it work for you? Do you just accept walk-ins or people just hit you, see if you in town? Then they slide through.
Both.
Like how does it? Huh?
I don't take any walk-ins.
So you don't do any.
I don't do any walk-ins. I give all my walk-ins to the barbers that's with me. Right. They're like I have a barber if a barber coming in and he's trying to get himself established. Okay. I have the train where we give that person all of the walk-ins.
That's what's
until
up.
He's up and running and moving around like how he's supposed to. Okay. And then when the walk-ins come, if they can't get in his chair, somebody else will get them, but I don't get them.
Okay.
Because I don't want them to sit under my chair and get up and they say how much I owe you, and I say $100.
Right.
And they be like, oh my God. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'll avoid that by doing it.
Okay. So you just had your people that just call you and you get them in based on your schedule. Okay.
Yeah, I've been cutting. Most of them, the ones that I'm doing now, I've been cutting for probably 15 years. The ones that I cut that's in the city.
Okay.
So they pretty much they got my phone number. They call. You gonna be in town this week? What's your days you leave? Right. I'll be like, I don't know. When I'm trying to get cut Wednesday, I let you know Tuesday if I gotta leave Wednesday. Okay. So I do it like that.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
So for me, go ahead. I just got 2 more questions. Go ahead.
Okay. I guess I think I know the answer to this question, but do you have competition in the city? Does your shop have competition in the city?
Yeah, competition. I don't be saying. I mean, hating. If that's what you asking, yeah, we got hate. Yeah, hate. One of my barbers said we got a lot of hate.
Yeah.
I don't know competition.
I'm glad you had somebody in the background because I knew what you was gonna say. Yeah,
that's what's up.
I don't mean to sound cocky, but I don't see them.
No, man, you got to know your worth, man. Man, that's what's up. So you said you have 8 barbers in your shop. That's what's up. That's what's up.
I have 8 barbers, 5. I have 8 barbers, 5 beauticians, 2 nail techs, 1 makeup artist.
Lord,
damn, you got a big ass shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got like 3,000 square footage.
Okay. That's what's up. And you were blessed to be able to buy the building.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah. But be able to get this building, and it wasn't a white, like I was trying to get buildings down here, and they were all like white guys. They owned the building, but no one wanted to sell me a building.
Okay.
No one wanted to rent it out. No one wanted to give me a long-term lease. No kind of way. But this is the area that I knew that I had to be in. So, because I know when basketball teams, when they come to Memphis,
right,
they want you to come downtown to the hotel to cut their hair.
Right.
So I said, okay, I'm gonna open up a shop around the corner from the hotel. There you go.
Now you come and see me. And
come see me.
Me and my mans, we're gonna have to fall through, man. Just come and check out the shop.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, y'all come through, man. Y'all come through. Y'all gonna be, it's not just a haircut or style, it's an experience.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So lastly, for me, 2 things. As a barber, just curious, your go-to clipper. What's your go-to clipper?
My go-to clipper is the cordless senior wall.
Okay.
And the Bayless line, the new Bayless liners.
Okay. The FX. Okay, that's what's up. All right. And just lastly, to end it off, man, we greatly appreciate it again. This is the I Cut My Way Out podcast. Man, this has been one of my favorite interviews. Man, with so much going on, man, what would you say your biggest accomplishment has been thus far? Like just your for you personally, what when you wake up, what makes you feel good? Like, damn, God has blessed me with this opportunity. What would that accomplishment be?
Man, that accomplishment, I think the accomplishment that really what really helped me is, man, being able to charge all that money.
That's the man.
At the end of the day, now,
it's a blessing.
It's about the money now. At
right.
the end of the day, it's about the money.
Man,
now. Standing behind that chair. You standing behind that chair. Yeah, you got to get the money now.
Man.
So I can say my biggest. That's one of my biggest accomplishments is to be able to get that type of money for a haircut is amazing.
Kids don't eat no books.
Now, kids don't eat no books. Kids don't eat.
Hey, look, I give number one. Working title number one.
Look,
man.
I give everybody the blues. Nike, Adidas,
correct.
Interscope Records, Atlantic Records, Universal Memphis. I give them all the $1,000.
That's right. That's what's up, man. We yeah. I'm gonna holler at my guy, man, and see, in maybe within the next month, man, we could just come down to the shop, man, just take it all in, because I would love to come and check it out. Maybe even sit in one of y'all chairs and whoever's chair and get cut up, man.
We can do an interview. We can do an interview here. We can do a show here.
That'll be lit. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I got one last question. Being that you are a true what you call a Memphian, is that what y'all call it? A Memphian, and now that you are, an OG, a businessman, people depend on you to feed their families and the whole nine. Do you feel like is there any point in time where you have to defend your city or erase a stigma because Martin Luther King was assassinated in Memphis, and I know it's probably definitely before all of our time, but is that a stigma? I know you said you travel a lot. Is that a stigma that Memphis is attached to, or when you traveled, it's not like that in 2021?
I mean, they, that's gonna always, when you go on the balcony of my salon where Dr. King was assassinated right across the street.
Mm.
Right.
So I go on the balcony a lot and think about sacrifice that he made so that a Black man like me could be in a position that I'm in.
Mm.
As far as being assassinated, I've never really had to defend on that level. I've never had to defend as when I would travel, I would get things like, that's what Dr. King was assassinated. You got to be a fool to go down there and get her. I've got that.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never really had to defend that part of it. Of it, like I've mostly defended my clients.
Okay.
I mostly defended Yo Gotti. I mostly defended Zach. I mostly defended Penny. Because people have things to say about those people to me more than things that they're uneducated about.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. So you have the situation with Dr. King. A lot of people, they're uneducated about my location. They're uneducated about racism. They're uneducated about a lot of things in that lane. So they kind of like try to stay away from that, right. Especially us as a culture or us as Blacks. But I'm around urban America a lot. So most of the time, urban America, they feed off of negativity. Right. So I defend people. Right. More so than that type of situation.
For sure. Right. For sure.
That's what's up. Man. As we end, I got those two schools. My uncle hit me. So my great uncle, he used to coach at Melrose and then Fraser.
Okay. Fraser. We played Fraser.
Okay.
What's his last name?
His name was Jake Peacock.
Jake Peacock.
Yeah.
Okay, I got some friends there. I didn't go to Fraser, but we played against them.
Okay.
Melrose is in Orange Mountain.
Okay.
So that's on the other side of town.
Okay.
But we never played Melrose.
Okay.
But we played Fraser.
Yeah.
But I asked a couple of my guys that they coach them.
Okay.
He coached them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fraser is actually the area where I grew up in.
Okay.
That's the name of it. Fraser.
Okay. Okay.
It's North Memphis, but it's Fraser.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Best barbecue in Memphis. Best barbecue spot in Memphis. Your favorite?
By far. My favorite? Man, it's like they got Central Barbecue, Rendezvous, and I like Corky's. It's like three of them. Not Corky's. What's that place right there on Cooking? No, still downtown. I can't think of the name of it. But Rendezvous and Central Barbecue.
Central Barbecue.
And does Memphis Barbecue? How does Memphis Barbecue stack up to other places you've been? I know you travel a lot.
It's like asking y'all, how does pizza stack up to Chicago?
Okay.
Nobody's pizza better than y'all. Right. It's like asking y'all about pop. How does anybody popcorn? Does anybody popcorn?
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
I can do this all day, man. But we had issues. I just want to thank you for your time. Man. I enjoyed this. I had my woosah moment.
Yes, sir.
And buckled down. And my brother, man, I appreciate you, man.
We greatly appreciate it, man. It has been a privilege and an honor, man. You get so many, we've had a lot of great guests, but you get so many barbers that through Instagram and social media that become so high profile that they almost become untouchable even to fellow barbers, you know, in the industry, man. And at the end of the day, we just trying to push the culture forward, man, and give flowers, you know, while people are still here, and just push the culture forward, man, because we have, to me, this is the golden era of the barber game. We the plug, like you said, when they go get that bad girl, they got to come and see us. You know what I'm saying? And so, man, we no doubt. So we greatly appreciate it, man. And man, we'll be in touch. We'll put my man will get it. He'll edit it. As soon as he shoots it, I'll hit you with the link. We'll tag you. You know, we'll push it on social media.
Okay.
Man, so we greatly appreciate it. Like I said, man, we'll be in touch. We're gonna chop it up, man, and try to get down there in the next few weeks and just come and check it out and take it all in. So I'll definitely reach out to you. I don't know if you'll be in town. We'll just kind of see when you're there, and then just come, because I'd love to just come and take it all in. Yes, sir.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Absolutely.
I appreciate y'all guys too, man. Y'all doing a great job, man. I wish y'all the best of luck.
Appreciate
y'all endurance, man. If y'all need me for anything, just reach out to me, man. I'm a phone call away.
Absolutely. Appreciate it, my brother.
All right.
Yes, sir. Man, y'all have a good one, bro.
All right, thanks, man.
All right,
yes, sir.
Times my mom had to do it all, working 2 jobs to provide while I pursue the ball. Hoop dreams, no problem doing my own thing. Stepped in the world to get a win for the home team. Lace the sneakers for the crowd in the bleachers. This might get away from the lesson life teaches, but 5'9" don't follow the league guideline. Heart of a champ, but I gotta tuck my pride now. Off to college for the knowledge, try my hand at math. But one call from back home really changed my path. My firstborn, now I got a mouth to feed. Told the Southeast I got a whole new route to lead. Young father, odd jobs, every day is real. Turn to the streets to try to eat or maybe pay a bill. Not proud of it, but I got it cooking good. But prison time on the mind wasn't looking good. I can't afford the price, so I tried the corporate life. Something wasn't sitting right, every night I'm tossing light. They don't appreciate all my hard work, so I went ahead and jumped, let the Lord work. Beer culture 2020, yeah, we taking over. From the Clippers to the hoodies that be draping over. I put the Clippers in my hand. I got a whole different plan. I gotta see how this play out. Hoping that it pay out. Trying to cut my way out. Yeah, I put the Clippers in my hand. I got a whole different plan. I gotta see how this play out. Hoping that it pay out. Trying to cut my way out. Cut my way out. Tryna cut my way out.